Guys, welcome back into another video. Guys, in this particular video, guys, we are going to do a real honest review of Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've seen a lot of different reviews on the movie. And a lot of different reviews, I personally feel, the Lord personally feels, were disingenuous, to say the least. Very not being honest. I'm going to give you an honest fucking review of this movie, guys. Okay? Before I do that, though, we you know the deal. We got to get the business out the way. Guys, if you like the video and you like what you're seeing, guys, if you like the content that's being produced, guys, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button on this video for your Lord. It helps out the algorithm and helps the video. Also, guys, if you really do enjoy it, please go ahead and feel free to subscribe to the channel. Again, that helps me as well, and it helps us grow, and it helps us be viewed to much of a wider audience. So I appreciate that. Also, guys, comment down below if you've seen the movie and you have your take on the movie, and you want to share your tidbits of information on the movie, comment down below on this video and let me know if you guys liked the movie, you loved the movie, if you hated the movie, if you thought it was okay. Let me all know all that, because I will be responding. Go ahead and share this content with someone that you know, someone that you would think will like the content, and also hit that notification bell. Because if you hit that notification bell, at least lets you know when new content is posted to this channel. And I ask all those things are able to easily be done. Why? Because they're fucking free. Doesn't cost you a goddamn dime. But let's get into this review. I'm going to be straight up and be plain and be 100% with you guys on this review. On this conversation, if you will, about the movie. I felt as though, personally, I think a lot of people who were loving the movie or saying that the movie was great, I think personally, and I'm going to call them out on it. You know, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to call them out. I think a lot of you motherfuckers had that Barack Obama rose-colored glasses mentality. Let me let you in on what I mean by that. What I mean by that is that we all know Barack Obama was the president of the United States. He was the first black president of the United States of America. What happened during that time, people voted for Barack Obama not because of his policies, not because of what he said he would do and what he was not going to do. They voted for him because of why? He was fucking black. And a lot of black people who've probably never voted in their goddamn life voted for this man because why? It was the fact that he was black. Okay, fine. Bravo to you. Applaud to you, because if that's what you wanted to do, fine, no problem. However, what that does do is that it shows a lot of the character in which you've had, because you didn't care about the policies, you didn't care about what was going on, you didn't care about the internal story of that man, you only cared about how that man looked and what it represented. Same deal here. This is what I think. A lot of people who gave it a lot of high scores and was like, hey, you know, it's a 9, it's a 10, it's a 10 out of 10, woo, woo, woo. I think it was because it was Black Panther, right? It's Black Panther, representation, and all that stuff, which is fine. That's cool. But if we're going to rate a movie, we need to rate the movie off of the movie's merits and what the movie was in the sense of being in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Not just because it's a movie full of black people. You know what I mean? Like, let's just be honest. My personal take on the movie is I thought the movie was subpar. Straight up and down. Subpar. It was very mid. And the reason I say it was very mid is because, again, I get the concept of them trying to fill the shoes of Chadwick. You know what I mean? That's a very, very big ask and a big task to do. Based on what I saw in the movie, now that I've seen the movie in its entirety, I personally believe they should have recasted him. That's my honest opinion. And the reason that's my opinion with that is because of Shuri. Shuri's great. Shuri's a great side character. She was the king's sister. She was cool. She was dope. That was awesome. She was extremely smart. All that good stuff. But Shuri is not a main character. She does not have, to me, she does not have the prowess to be that one, to be that person that everybody gets behind. In my personal opinion, I did not see her as the Black Panther. Now again, I know that it happened in the comics. I do know that she became Black Panther in the comics and all that good stuff. That's cool. You go on the canon and all that stuff. Great, awesome. But to me, she did not show me Black Panther. I did not get Black Panther from her because there was a lot of things that just happened in the movie that it just didn't add up to me, and it was just not. It didn't say I wasn't sold on the idea of her. To me, the best parts of the movie was Namor. Namor was amazing. Namor like carried the movie to me. I loved his backstory. I love what he represented. I'm the type of person to where if there is a villain in the movie or supposed villain in the movie, I like their background and their backstory to somewhat be, torn. And what I mean by torn is like you're torn morally, because it's like they seem like a villain, yes, but if you check their backstory and you look at where they're coming from, and you see where they're coming from, then you're more torn morally because you're like, I can understand and empathize why they feel the way that they feel. They did a perfect job with that. That's just as they did a perfect job with Killmonger. I understood where Killmonger was coming from. Even though, yeah, he went to the extreme and he wanted to just, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to give all the people who were in trouble, weapons to defend themselves and things of that nature. But what was that overall going to probably cause? It would have caused war. It would have caused a lot more issues than what was done, instead of trying to figure out a better solution. He just wanted to go to the more extreme solution, which I can respect. But again, I can also empathize and understand why, based on the fact of him growing up in that situation and the experiences he had. Same thing with Namor. I can see why Namor was that. Basically, Namor's whole situation is he just wanted to protect his country. He wanted to protect his people. And he was willing to protect his people by any means necessary, which most kings and leaders and anybody who is in that position would do. So I totally understood where he was coming from. But again, he carried the movie for me. He made the movie for me. And kudos to them for portraying him in that way, because it was a very good portrayal of Namor. Again, we already know that Shuri became Black Panther. To not make this video so extremely long, realistically, y'all, we know that her and Namor had a fight at the end. And my problem is with this, and then I'm going to leave it at this. Make it make sense to me. She was fighting this man hand to hand. Y'all tell me a time when Shuri was hand to hand combat warrior goddess in any sense that we've seen her in the entirety of every movie she's been in. Y'all name me when she became straight Xena warrior princess in any movie we saw her in. I'll wait. Oh, there isn't one? Exactly. There was no time she was just this brawling brute who was able to just beat the shit out of folks and doing acrobatic ass moves and shit like that. Don't get me wrong. I get that the herb gives you, superhuman strength, but it doesn't give you fighting ability. It does not. This is not the Matrix. To where like she takes the herb and all of a sudden she knows kung fu. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it is. Shuri has done nothing but do lab work. That's all that we've ever seen her do, ever. She was not a warrior. She was not somebody who fought. She was not somebody who was on a battlefield. She was not like Okoye or anybody like that. She was Shuri, the king's sister, and that's all she did was use her smarts and shit. I would have preferred more for her to lean, or for them to write her Black Panther to lean towards that option of using her smarts, other than using her power and punching folks and clawing folks and doing combos and shit. Nobody's never done that. We don't. Come on now. She never did that before. We all know what happened. We all know that it was written and she won. That's what I'm saying. I want a little bit of. I want it to make sense in the story, man. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to align with the character and who they are. If we've never seen this motherfucker do any type of kung fu moves or any type of flips and doing all this ever, and then all of a sudden they're just a master fucking tactician, we bullshitting a bit, y'all. We bullshitting a bit. And another thing, guys. What is this? What is that? That is, who did that? What is that? This motherfucker looks like Mega Man, dog. Like a Mega Man character. Who did that? Oh my God. Ironheart. Her character. Honestly, man, I felt as though it was really no need to introduce her at all. I think she was a plot point. That's literally what she was. She was a little plot point to try to help drive the plot further, or not even further. Just to, she was the main antithesis, I guess, of the plot for the most part, because that was the story. The story was basically that Wakanda was under the impression that vibranium only existed in Wakanda. However, Namor's people actually had access to vibranium as well. And they knew how to mine it and do stuff like that as well. So what the main issue was that everybody was vying for vibranium. Like the world superpowers and shit like that. But Namor was like, no, we need to keep that shit under wraps because it protects our people. It protects us. So what we need to do is we need to come together and make sure of this. Ironheart, she created a device to be able to read the frequencies of vibranium. So by her being able to read the frequencies and do all that of vibranium, basically it was able to detect it. So she was now a threat. So Namor figured her as a threat. He was like, no, we can't be having this shit. We don't want that. We don't want that type of issue going on. That's when the Wakandans came in to try to basically protect her because Namor wanted her dead and shit like that. But that basically was the plot of the movie. And then that is how basically Namor and the Wakandans and Shuri and them came to a head because they disagreed on that fact of getting rid of Ironheart. So that was basically the movie. That was basically the movie. Again, as I said, I don't think her character was necessary. I didn't like Ironheart's character at all. I just didn't like it. I mean, like I said, the suit design, as you can see, was terrible to me, in my opinion. Just looks horrible. It was just overall just not a good experience with that character. I didn't feel as though that character was needed at all. But again, like I said, that was the movie, guys. That was realistically the movie. So, I don't know what to tell you, but it was wild, bro. It was wild, dude. But overall, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, and my rating system is going to be out of 10. So again, as I said, I gave the movie a big mid. So honestly, my rating for the movie is a solid 5. So a solid 5, guys. Is right down the middle. I thought it was okay. I wasn't upset that I spent money on it. It's not like I felt like I wasted money going to see it. But what I do believe is that it was overhyped. And I do believe that the reality of what we got from that pales in comparison to the first Black Panther. And it's not just because it was a Chadwick situation. Again, he was Black Panther, right? But I truly believe if they did recast him, recasted T'Challa or made somebody else like that, I think the movie would have been a lot better than that. You know what I mean? In my opinion. So that's the video. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know again if you really enjoyed the movie. You know what I mean? Let me know if you thought the movie was great. Let me know if you thought the movie was boring. If you thought the movie was slow, whatever. Let me know. You know what I mean? Go down in the comments and let me know that. So yeah, we'll be back, guys. And then until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.